I want to take a moment to welcome everyone to the Watch This Shit podcast. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. My name is Seneca, the Mood Professor, and today I have my collaborator and cooperator here, Young Sam. Go ahead, introduce yourself, bro.
Hey, it's Young Sam, aka the Movie Apprentice.
Let's rock. With this podcast, we are going to give you the definitive decision on whether you should go see a new movie or not. It's real easy. If we say, watch this shit, go out and enjoy some good cinema. If we say, don't watch this shit, avoid it as you would drinking the fluids pulled from inside of a giant sandworm. Or don't. You can do what you want. It may be fun, or it may see you dying with the nastiest taste in your mouth. You don't want to listen to us, you put your life in your own hands. Converting novels into movies is a hard task. It would seem easy enough, all the writing has been done. The problem with that is, that's the wrong way to think about it. There is a product with a built in audience. That is true. Now, someone has to take said product that is most likely well and clearly defined in its writing and somehow produce it into a visual medium. The medium it is being converted from is primarily use your imagination. It is highly likely that all the readers of the story interpreted the details differently than each other. That is what makes it easy to produce something that is far out of line with what the audience believes the thing to be, or even, I would say, worst case scenario, producing something that is not the author's intent. Today, we are looking at the second part of a series that has many say derives from a novel that is unfilmable, even though it has been adapted a few times now. Dune Part 2, the tale of how adding more Zendaya to any equation automatically makes the product so much better. Quick recap. The first Dune came out in whatever year it was it came out, and I didn't like it. The movie was visually stunning but dry. That is not a pun on the desert stuff, but the dialogue was trash. It was not strong. Young Sam researched Denis Villeneuve and reported that the director himself said he wasn't so concerned about the written aspect as he was the visuals and the feeling of the story. It fucking shows. I fought his sentiments as the reason that the studio didn't have very much confidence in his ability to make this thing successful. Hence, they did not let him film both parts at the same time as he pushed to do. They wanted to wait on the budgeting reports to come back before letting his ass back in the director's chair. Usually, I say it's a bad idea to do that. You got all the crew together, you got all the equipment, go ahead and film your entire movie and then split it. But it was the right call. Well, a certain segment of the population loved the first Dune and showed that with their spending. So now we get another one. And spoiler, if this one does well, we will get another one. Yes, two movies was not enough to complete the story of Paul Atreides. It's still left on a cliffhanger. Let's discuss it a bit here. Paul and his mother, after surviving the attempted eradication of their house's lineage, are stranded on the planet Arrakis. Luckily, Paul killed one of the people in the tribe that believed someone like him would come and be their messiah. He is accepted into this group, and his mother uses her magical powers to quickly ascend to the position of religious power in that said group. He begins learning the ways of the desert and taking the fight to the house that not only killed his father, but also has a stranglehold on a valuable resource that is being stripped from the planet. Can he fight off his would be killers, place himself as Sand Jesus, all while avoiding the potential deadly futures he has been envisioning? Tune in to Dune 3 and maybe 4, and hopefully, eventually, you'll learn what happens. I remember the Dune series being on TV in the 80s as a children. It seemed like a really big deal. I didn't get it. Now that I'm an adult, people act like it's a big deal again. I still don't get it. This series, just like John Carpenter or John Carter, I think it is, John Carter of Mars, have both been stripped of their valuable ideas, just like the planet that the story has where it's being siphoned of spice. Other stories, other franchises have taken these ideas and turned them into absolute spectacles. Star Wars, Star Trek, Aliens, Game of Thrones. All of these series owe a lot of their success to things that were created in older sci fi novels, such as Dune. The key was that they took those themes and improved them. They sought to make the ideas more digestible for mainstream viewers. Some of the parts that make up Dune are fascinating, but they drill down into the minutia too deeply, and those without an intimate understanding of these imaginary technological wonders are left bored. Many times, the more you explain something that is magical, the more you take away from what makes it shine. For the things they got right, mostly, the movie is visually brilliant. The way the movie is shot, there are wide sweeping scenes that show the full scope of the world. Not the way the new Star Wars stuff has been recorded, where you can tell it's on a soundstage. That shit is tight, claustrophobic, no sense of the size of the world can be told. But Dune Part 2, just as in the first chapter of this franchise, is proud of its filmmaking process. It reminds me a lot of Avatar in that aspect. Now, couple that with sound, and you have a treat for your senses. The scene of Paul riding the sandworm was phenomenal. The theater that I was in had the Dolby cranked to the max. All the bass notes had my seat rumbling. Watching the characters struggle to get a foothold while surfing the worm, it put me and the rest of the audience right in the middle of the action with Paul. I had a conversation with a homie about it, one that was trying to sell me on a story. He has read the books and gave me a different perspective. The white messiah of the story is actually a false prophet and will eventually lead the people to doom via their blind faith and following of his orders. If there was a hint of that cynical story here, I would have loved it. This movie played it straight. There are pieces that I feel are missing with the plot, with the scenes, and maybe if those things were included, I would agree with him on the false prophet angle and then say, yeah, there is deep, nuanced storytelling on display. The movie that I saw, the one that played in the theater, played the shit totally straight. There was no tongue in cheek message from the writers or director saying, hey, I know I'm saying this thing is the thing that I'm saying it is, but it's actually a completely different thing. The movies that, let me explain. I know that was a complex sentence. The movies that do this well are ones like Robocop and Starship Troopers. That's how you run a message counter to the one that is displayed on the screen. That's how you make a smart film. This movie felt like it had something to say, but somewhere right around the middle of the sentence that it was stating, it fell asleep like a old person in a retirement home. There were two members of the cast that I cared about. Only two. And it wasn't because of the dialogue they were given, it was because of the way they put all of their being into the roles. Javier Bardem and Zendaya. They lie on separate sides of the religious debate amongst their tribe, the Fremen, but they never seem adversarial between each other. They even give each other a lot of grace in their individual beliefs as to whether this random white person they found in the desert that killed their homie to get his way into their tribe, whose mother has swindled her way into a position of power in their clan, and he is now leading them in a war while racking up a ludicrous body count, is actually the real messiah of their legends or not. It's interesting the way that they have differences, but don't let that push them to infighting. Almost like real people. It helps that both of these actors are brilliant because the script isn't giving them any assistance. If they really wanted to make the movie great, this is what they would have done. They would have let Zendaya wear that crazy ass space suit that she wore to the premiere of the film. She had it designed. Listen, she had it designed by the same people that made Prince's ass out jeans back in the day. Hello, nurse. You on this red carpet bullshitting, but I'll allow it. No, fuck that. I'll love it. Let me talk with Young Sam a bit about this crazy ass movie. Young Sam, you see how they made Batista into a bitch
Oh yeah, he was taken out real quick. Had kissed the old boot too.
and had to kiss the boot. Treated him they treated him poorly. I believe that's why they didn't let him and Jason Momoa fight in the first film, which was one of my biggest complaints.
Hmm.
The first movie, how do you have how do you have Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy and Cal Drogo from Game of Thrones? I'm not gonna mention that Aquaman shit, and not let these two powerhouses go at it. It's stupid. It's wasteful.
Yeah, Jason Momoa can't act, so he probably.
He cannot act, but he has
Uh,
the look, right? He has the movie star look. And if you put him in action scenes, you utilize his strength.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know why they didn't do it. Maybe it's not in the books. I don't
Maybe it's
know.
not in the books, but I feel like they took a lot of liberties with everything else. They could have shit. Back to Batista though, he was so ineffectual in every action that he took. The only thing that he did well was kill members of his own henchman squad. I do not like villains that kill their nakama recklessly. There are times when it is warranted, like when Wesley Snipes had to kill young light skinned Yo in New Jack City. But other than that, it's stupid to weaken your forces. Let the protagonist kill your henchmen if they gotta die. Just send them on a mission to stop the hero. Then when you get that out of your system, you may even possibly weaken your true enemy. I don't know why that's so hard. Did you care? Did you care at all about the main protagonist?
Not really, because it just got to a point where I was a little bit bored with it and what was going on. Um, like I kind of cared more about the Fremen more than I cared about Paul's character and his crazy ass mom.
Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about her jugular face ass.
Why was she whispering? She whispered to two movies. That was my like. Why is she whispering? Like,
Maybe it was the desert air had her throat her throat
I,
dry.
I guess.
Speaking of dry, Timothy Chalamet was so damn dry in his role.
Hmm.
He he actively worked against himself to not get the same people on his side. That's crazy. He was not a charismatic leader, and he definitely wasn't good as a love interest for Zendaya. The fuck? So I used this analogy at work a long time ago. I've grown a lot since the time that I said, let me preface it. I've grown a lot since then, and I probably wouldn't use it in the office today, but the sentiment is the same. You can be a vile, repulsive villain, but charisma can get your troops to carry you to the moon. Look at Hitler. The employee I was coaching didn't like that very much. They kind of focused on the Hitler side of what I was saying, but I was trying to let them know if you want people to believe in your vision, being charismatic is a cheat code for gaining that buy in from those that you lead. He didn't have it.
I don't think you're trying to either.
I could tell he wasn't trying because I saw him try in Wonka and it was
Mm,
good. And he played a character that had some flaws, that had some problems, was pretty damn stupid, but
mm,
was charismatic enough to get people to want to join him. So he has
mm,
the ability to do it. He just didn't do it here.
okay.
You spoke for me in our group text a while back, and what you said was not wrong. If Zendaya kiss any more of these basic ass white niggas in the mouth again this year, I'm gonna have to boycott her movies. Why? Why do you think Hollywood thinks she is good? She looks good with these soft chin he bitches.
He bitches. Oh man. I mean, I don't know. Isn't they a mixed?
She is. Her dad
Oh,
is
okay. Well,
black and her mom is white, I think.
so they're just catering to one side because I guess they feel like, you're 50, so we can give you one half and not the other.
Yeah, but everybody looks at her, knows she's black.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, she's only one, what, two kissing scenes with black people? Maybe
The only
more.
one I
I don't
know
know.
is her with Denzel Washington's son.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. You see
And
the
she got a
pattern?
movie coming up where she kissing two at the same time. So
Man, I want to go. I want to go protest that fucking movie. One of these motherfuckers could have been anything else, Asian, Latin, any other races. Why both of them white? Fuck are we doing here?
I don't know. Yeah, she may be turning into a trope.
She is. Childish Gambino had a line. He said, "Why do you think Will Smith is always starring opposite of Latino girls? They see you how they want to see you until you make them see you another way."
Mm,
Yeah, that shit is powerful.
that came from Will.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no. They
oh,
came
it
from
came from
Childish
Gambino.
Gambino, but
It
he
came from
used
Gambino.
Will, used
Okay.
Will to make his point.
Say, Damn, Will went deep, but no, that was Gambino.
Yeah, you know, Will don't even write his own shit.
Okay.
I'm not gonna okay. You know what I'm talk about talk about the visuals.
Oh yeah, the visuals were really really good. I mean, I think that's what Dune is known for. You had the sandworm, that Cian talked about, the sandworm ride that took you basically the eyes of the sandworm, pretty much.
Mhm.
And then you had I mean, Arrakis. I mean, it just looked like a really big desert planet, but it just it felt a little bit different. Felt like Mars, like I was just looking at Mars almost. But overall, the visuals were really really good. Special effects, like when Josh Brolin's character was when he first came basically introduced into the movie, he just floated down onto the sand. I thought that was pretty cool. Um, and also the special effects with the shields and how you have to like slowly get through them. I thought that was really really neat. But I mean, overall, movie looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
Other stuff is eh.
Right. The visuals best thing about the movie. Other than the visuals of Zendaya.
Mm.
That's the other number one best thing of the movie. Have you seen any other of Denis Villeneuve's movies?
Besides Dune 1, I don't think so. What are some other ones?
Sicario?
Oh, he did Sicario?
Yeah.
Oh
I
wow.
fuck
That
with
was one of my
Sicario
favorite
heavy.
movies. Yeah, I was gonna rewatch it this weekend.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
So that one is also visually impressive, but
Mm-hmm.
because it's a street level, like ground level story, Javier Bardem again and Emily Blunt get to carry more of the movie with their acting,
Mm-hmm.
not like Chalamet
Mm-hmm.
did here. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Blade Runner, 2049. Uh,
I was
right.
iffy on that one.
Okay, there you go. So here we go. Uh, Prisoners was one, the one with weak ass Terrence Howard.
I didn't see Prisoners. I didn't
Okay.
see Prisoners.
Please, Mr. Hugh Jackman, don't take, don't let them take our kids. I hate that dude, man. Fucking hate. Arrival was another one of his movies, and it had the same problem as Dune has. It's heavily sci-fi
Mm,
theme, so the dialogue is weak, and it's not strong enough or deep enough to carry the story. That's the one
mm.
with the chick that played Lois Lane in the Man of Steel shit, and Hawkeye from Avengers. His real name is Jeremy Renner. Her name is, why is it escaping my brain? You know what I'm talking about. Rachel. I was about to say
Lois
Rachel McAdams, but
Lane.
she's one of those Rachel McAdams
Oh,
bitches. You know all of them that look the
yeah, yeah,
same.
yeah.
Jennifer Garner, Rachel McAdams,
Oh,
her. Like they got a assembly line of these hoes. It don't matter.
um,
No, 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 no. That's not her. No.
Rachel.
But
No,
there was
Rachel
another movie that was
Cross.
counter to that that had
No.
Natalie
Oh.
Portman in it. Can't think of the name of the fucking movie, but it was about them doing some science fiction type shit. But she was amazing. That movie was good. It was her and the chick from Thor: Love and Thunder, the
Hmm.
one that plays Valkyrie. They used to be with Janelle Monae. That was a good ass movie. Watch that shit.
Oh,
Amy Adams. Fucking shit. That's why I kept saying Rachel McAdams.
Amy Adams.
Yeah, but all them bitches look
Oh,
like assembly line.
no, I can see that. Okay.
Uh, for a long time, I used to make this joke. It came from a movie. It was a dumbass movie, but these kids, like McLovin was in it and some other people anyway. But this little black kid, he made a joke and he said, "If you white, you Ben Affleck." He was talking to, I think he was talking to Paul Rudd. And ever since then, I would say, if you white, you Jennifer Aniston or whatever, whoever it was. I needed to say at the time. It was hilarious. Anyway, anything else you want to say before we hit final verdict?
Not really. I was scrolling earlier and I saw something
Mm-hmm.
that said
Mm-hmm.
it was a question and it compared Star Wars and
Yes.
Dune. And it was like, is
Yes.
Star Wars just a better version of Dune with better dialogue? And it was
Yes.
going through the
It
points and I was
takes
like,
Dune and it takes
they
all
actually
that
have a
boring
point.
ass technical jargon and makes it accessible for for people who like fun shit. They have all these powers, right? Very similar to the
Mhm.
Force. They start off. They
Hmm.
the main point is
Oh.
what, a desert planet. You got Tatooine where they first
Mhm.
fuck with Luke, right? Like everything. Sandworm. You got the
Mhm.
Starlight Pit.
Mhm. Mhm.
Star Wars stole all they shit from Dune, but just
Mhm.
made it fun.
Eh, yeah, like everything.
there, there you go. Same shit.
The
Just
Jedi
fun.
mind trick. Yep, you
These
got
are
the
not
the
the droids you're
voice,
looking
whatever it's
for.
called.
Now, quote me one of the lines that use the voice. You're not gonna be able to do it.
That is
You're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to do it.
true. Ooh.
Give me the spice, right? I don't know. They might
Yeah, I
have said
can't.
it, but I don't know.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't really have much to say
Yeah,
about
dude.
Dune. It's
My final
Star
verdict:
Wars just did it
don't
better.
watch this shit. There are so many better sci-fi movies that deal with deep themes, have good dialogue, maybe not as good visuals, but good enough for you to invest in the story. More importantly, they write good characters that endear you to them and cause you to give a damn about what happens in the movie. Like I said, go watch Starship Troopers, RoboCop. Sam brought up everything that Star Wars did better than these motherfuckers, much better. And they got the nerve to leave it on a cliffhanger again. Damn it. Meaning, because people are going to see this shit, we're going to get another one
Hmm.
that I'll end up seeing and can only hope that it gets a new director so it can be better. Young Sam?
Yeah, I couldn't. If you, I would say watch it for the visuals, but other than that, I don't think the story can really carry it that much. I think even people that are really into Dune, they're like, because they're mixing too much together. Um, and then in some books, it gets really, really weird and really, really political. So if they do a third one, I just wonder how they're gonna slice and dice it. But
Okay, that's a very good take.
I would say don't watch it.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Watch This Shit. You come here for the realest take on new movies. So make sure you follow us so you're not left in the dark on whether you should check out a new movie or not. If you haven't seen this shit yet, go on about your life. Don't even worry about it. Matter of fact, you're doing good. Damn, you're doing good. Check us out next time when we review the Amazon Prime series, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And good day to you.